Oh, there we go. I was on mute. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. I got that. Hello. You didn't well, let's go back. If you didn't even hear, did you hear the sound of the birds? This? That you should have heard, I hope. See, it's like there we go. There we go. We've got sound now. Yes, I don't know why I had the mute button on there, but I did. I did. Good to have you guys here. Linda's here. Tamara's here. Susan's here. Nice. And thank you for the, thank goodness I thought I was going deaf. No, just me. I just had been fiddling around with stuff and checking everything. And of course, it's been a day of moving books. And of course, it was the day I set to move things so that Bob could have what had been the grandkids' room. And he's got it as his music room now. And he needs to be able to do some editing of his photos. So we needed to adjust some room. So he was I was bringing the picture books in here to the shelves in there, and he was putting some of his books in there. And of course, I'm going to do that today, and I get vertigo halfway through it. And it's like, well, yeah. So it was like one of those, dizzy redhead days. So, yeah, that's the way it went. But it's good to have you guys here. Linda, we're sending hugs and love to you. Tamara, I hope the weather is doing well. And Susan, are you in Arizona? Is that where you are? Because it's hot down there, I think. And I can never remember. Do I get that right? Or are you in Tennessee? Tell me. Anyway, so tonight's show is called For the Birds. And when we get to that part of the story, I'll tell you all about my crazy birds that I've had. But I don't have their drawings of them. But they are going to be coming into a thing I'm going to be doing with that I was drawing goofy birds and then about fitting into the flock and whether or not that flock was right for you. And it was just hilarious, become this kind of thing. So tonight I have For the Birds a couple of good stories about that. And Minnesota, and it's 94. Ooh, isn't Minnesota kind of muggy too? Yeah, 94. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I heard the rest of the country is having kind of a heat wave, and we here in the Northwest are supposed to hit 80 tomorrow, but we've been in the low 60s today. But it's been nice. Armpit humid. I love it, Dad. Armpit humid. That's great. That's great. Oh my gosh. We had to go shopping this morning. There's a big thunderstorm headed our way with winds up to 60 kilometers an hour. Oh my gosh. Yikes. It's kind of crazy everywhere we go. But I do have some art for us. I feel like I must have done something weird to my camera. Did I just there? Tilt things down a little bit. There we go. So the books are going to be fun, but before we get there, we do have some art. And Tamara sent something in. She said she sent it in late. I didn't get a chance to check the color of it, but I can always brighten it if it shows up too dark a bit. But let's start and see what we've got for. There we go. This is the one she did. Can I do bright? Nope, I can't. Oh, that's fine, Tamara. It's fine. Just wait till you see the quality of mine. She didn't tell us any much about this in the email. Let me see if I can pull that email up if it said anything. Oh, come on. Really? How many emails do I have? Live art. There we go. Tamara. It says, I did, and this is what I did while sending love and healing light to our friend Linda and her family. She said, leave it till next time. But I think, so I'm going to close my mail down so I don't have many things open. And there it is. That's beautiful, Tamara. That is just beautiful. Did you use pieces that you'd had from before? Is it like, because I know sometimes you use some kind of pieces, but is it a collage from something else that you'd painted? God, it's just gorgeous. It's just beautiful. So, so nice. And doing your birds. I'm adding trees to birds. Oh, you're doing trees. See, yeah, I'll tell you about the birds when I will get to the bird books. But Tamara, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Yay. Stuff. And me, I did this. Sorry, it's not very in focus. Doesn't seem to be in, well, oh, it looks more in focus on yours. I was watching Diane Anton, and she did this thing with this kind of a cat type thing, and just wet on wet, and letting it run around, and then embellishing it, and then it has some iridescent watercolor on top of the other stuff, and then I doodled all around, and so that was this fun cat, and then I did another couple of them like this. I haven't got the iridescent paint on them. I'll go back and do that, but some just different colors. But they were just kind of fun things doodling around as I'm doing doodles. But the birds, I don't know if I have any birds in here. I have these old birds that I did, and they may come in to play in this thing that I'm doing. But I did this thing with Diane Anton that she had, where it was called Build a Bird. And what you did was you made a bunch of legs of different kinds of shapes and stuff. And then you had different tails and beaks and wings and crests and bodies and heads and eyes. And I have all of them over here except the heads and the eyes. So I have to pull out eyes, and I have to pull out a head. And sometimes you don't look to see, okay, so this is what I've got. And we'll see what we get when we build a bird. So this is the head. This is the body. This is going to be the tail, the legs. That one has a crest on it. This is the eyes. And here's the beak. So it's kind of fun because you can play around with them, do them different ways. Like I think I want to put it the other direction so that the beak goes down. Like this, the beak with the eyes looking out. And a body like this. Maybe I'll put the tail this way. the crust. And then, oh, there the legs are backwards. See? It's always fun. What happens? I love doing these because you get such odd, different kind of things. And this whole thing I'm doing is about, it came from going to that conference, and it was like, I'm calling it What the Flock, when it doesn't quite fit. So this was one, and then I'll probably draw around it and see what I can do, see if that one comes out. So I've got a whole bunch of them. It's just kind of a fun, goofy thing to do. So that's what I'm doing with my birds. We'll see how they go. I have a whole bunch of different stuff to make them up with. We'll see how that transpires. So, woohoo! Meow, cute. I'm trying birds too. So I did, Susan, it was, Diane Anton did a build a bird thing, and she had the type of thing where she had done these. And so I just kind of took it kept going with it. And at this conference, it was just one of those things that I started doing goofy birds and had this whole thing. I want the green cool cats. Yeah. Doing collage. I think I see some God's creation prints. I do my leftover pieces. So much fun. Yeah. My central AC is no good. The little unit couldn't keep up. Whoa, that's the wrong thing. Where am I? Oh, hold it. How did I go? There I am. I'm on the wrong thing. Whew. Goodness. Your central AC is no good. The little unit couldn't keep up. It got to 86 in the house. Asked my son if he could help me put in one I bought last year was too heavy. He came down. The house is cooling down. Good. Good. Yeah, well, you need to just be, Linda. For now, just be. Anyway, I'm still going off the bloomin' technique like my trees. It's fun to see what comes out. Yes, it is. It is fun to see what comes out with those different kind of things. So anyway, for tonight's story with the birds, I have two books. One is on Libby, and then one is on my desktop here. So I'm going to start with the one on my desktop because it's about a bird, some birds that, well, part of what I did at this conference was what I came up with this was drawing different birds that just didn't fit with certain kind of groups because it was kind of an odd kind of thing of to be with people who were really focused on certain kind of things, and I just didn't jive. I mean, they were very nice people, but I just didn't fit with a lot of that stuff too. And so it was like finding your flock, and if the flock was put together with all different kinds of things. So this book is called A House for Every Bird, and it's by Megan Maynor, and illustrations by Kailani Juanita. Megan Maynor is also the author of The Sandcastle That Layla Built, and Helga Makes a Name for Herself, and the Ella and Penguin series. She nests in her home in the state of Minnesota, where she is lucky to see all kinds of birds and write and share stories with the kinds of kids. And then Kailani Juanita is a Stonewall Honor illustrator of When Aiden Became a Brother. We read that one. And she was born and raised in California, and she studied at California Institute of the Arts. She's based in Fairfield, California, and illustrates inclusive picture books, editorial art, and afros, she says. So, but this is a story, when we kind of have expectations to fit certain ways and things are supposed to go in certain slots, and they don't. It just doesn't happen. And what happened? How do we react when the things that we created or the things that we expected to happen in a certain way? Little book of that. And here is the book. It's called A House for Every Bird. There you go. And I love the end paper. It's just this great kind of scribble. The kind of artwork I was always very used to at school with the kids. A House for Every Bird by Megan Maynor. I drew all these birds and a house for every bird. Dooby-doo, red for red, tall for tall, a house for one, a house for all. Ta-da! What are you doing, Bluebird? That house is not for you. Oh, no. This is the house for me. Orange is my color. So bold, so bright, so full of light, like me. But you're blue. Only on the outside. What? That doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to step in here and put you back where you belong. You too, Orange Bird. Darling, this is where I belong. Blue is my vibe. So cool, so calm, so chill, you know. Hey, small bird, what are you doing in that large house? Shoo, shoo. Let me tell you, I have a whole flock of cousins. We are in a singing group together, and our act is huge. We will fill this place up. But that's not fair to Large Bird. He can't live in a small house. Hi. I get worried in big places. I feel much better in the small house where I can touch all the walls at once. Please don't yell at me. This little head. Okay, but that's enough. That's too bright. I am the boss here, and I say no more switching. Maybe I should have used tape. Where's my glue stick? Psst. Are you gonna use that swing? Honestly, no. I get motion sickness. Sweet. I'm training for the Ninja Bird Warrior editions, and I could really use it. Grip strength is key, you know. Want to trade for this pond view? Oh, how delightful. Yes, please. No. You have it all wrong. Ducks like ponds, parakeets like swings. Not this duck. I don't swim, man. Nor this parakeet. Ugh, what is going on in this neighborhood? Birds, you need to stay where I put you. Everybody stay, stay, stay. Are you kidding me? Why are you all so difficult? We like what we like, darling. That's not difficult. It's simple. But I was trying to help. I made a house for every bird. How was I supposed to know what you like? Ask us. Oh, but I thought I knew. Ask us. You mean I'm supposed to just ask us? Okay. Greenbird, you're still in the greenhouse. What kind of house do you want? I'm good. Really? I got one match right? You're a green bird who likes a greenhouse? Well, actually, I like this house because it's next door to my best friend. Hello. But I don't mind the color. I guess you really can't tell a bird by its feathers. And the only way to know a bird is to get to know a bird. Rock, now you got it, Rock. That's using your brain. You can tweet that again. Okay, I'm gonna make some bird food. Doobie-doo! Seeds for one, seeds for all. Wait, does every bird like seeds? I prefer nuts. Fruit. Bugs for me. Veggie burrito, no onions, double guac. Oh. And that's that. A house for every bird. There. Yeah. So, yes. Anyway, I'm glad you guys like that book. It is a good one about ask us. I love that. Well, ask us. Don't assume. Ask. And all the ones had different things that they felt. I'm glad you loved the book. Oh, those birds I can draw. I know. Aren't they great? The kids' birds that they draw in this. I just love them. They're just so much fun, especially at the end paper here. All of these. I love how they're just. And what is cool in the book, too, is like the ones that are friends next to the best friends, green and purple. Complementary colors. Blue and orange. They're their vibes. Complementary colors. I loved it. I just loved it. A house for every bird. Yes. Let's see. There we go. And that was that one. And I have one more. My birdhouses end up being squirrel homes. We've had to take our birdhouses, except for our bird seed or bird feeders down out here, except for the hummingbird. We've had to take the bird feeders down because we have some black bears in the neighborhood that are getting into the bird feeders. So, yeah, it's just was recommended that everybody take their bird feeders down and stop feeding the deer, which they're not supposed to feed the deer. It's not healthy for them, and they get sick. And when they're fed things that have people will feed them corn or feed stored stuff or things, and nope, they've been getting sick. So the county came out and said, remember, it's not supposed to do that. But then our neighborhood came out and said, don't forget, please take your bird feeders down because the bears are enjoying them more than the birds are. Hey, there's Fatima. Yay. How are you? Yes, bears love birdseed. I love bird houses. 3 atop my china cabinet. I can't put feeders up. HOA rule. Yeah, ours isn't an HOA rule. It was just one of those requests that because the couple of it's a fairly young male black bear that was spotted, and I don't think that another one was spotted, but yeah, it's just not a good idea. They come around there, and it's like on our walk, if we walk through the neighborhood, it's like a mile and a half if you go around the back loop and up and back and down the road. Maybe 2 miles if you do around the back loop and up and down every street in the neighborhood and come back to my house. So if I go up the hill, around the back loop, come back and walk past the mailbox, walk past this next house, go back the other way, and then come back to my house, I think it's maybe 2 miles, maybe in that. So the bear has been spotted on the back loop and behind the mailboxes. So that's like a couple blocks, 3 blocks maybe. So yay. Even in your backyard. Turkeys this year, freaking, yes. Turkeys are crazy. Wild turkeys live down near Bryn's. They're always walking in front of her house. Crazy fun things. So anyway, the next book that I have, one of my favorite birds that I've always loved, and ever since I was little, and it was when I would go bird watching with my grandfather, was a chickadee. Chickadee-dee-dee, chickadee-dee-dee. So I learned that really on. And this one is called Chickadee, Criminal Mastermind. Let me see if I can find the book. There it is. Yes. Hang on. Oh, that's going to make that crooked for you. But I need to do this, and I need to pull this out in front. There we go. Hey, that's not supposed to happen. Here we go. We'll get it back up to where it's supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Got it. Right. Chickadee, Criminal Mastermind. And I want to see this. There we go. I need to move a window over to the other other screen. There we go. Yay. Chickadee, Criminal Mastermind by Monica Silvey and Alina Ellis. And the illustrations are just too funny. Monica Silvey is a lawyer with a secret identity. Children's book writer. She has a certificate in illustration from Emily Carr University of Art and Design and lives in Vancouver, British Columbia on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Chickadee, Criminal Mastermind is her first book to hatch. And Alina Ellis was born in the Ukraine and has an MA in children's book illustration from Anglia Ruskin University. She both creates her own books and illustrates books for others, including The Reptile Club and This is the Path the Wolf Took. She lives in Cambridge, United Kingdom, where she enjoys watching birds at her backyard feeder. But this is Chickadee, Criminal Mastermind. I love this look at his little foot up on top of like a seed. That's me. Yes. The forest has a criminal, a real rapscallion, an all-around bad seed. Me. And no one knows who I am because I wear a mask. Chickadee-dee-dee. I know what you're thinking. How could you have fallen into a life of crime, Chickadee? This is my story. I grew up in a little hollow at the top of an alder tree with loving parents who fed me bugs. And yes, I was a cute baby. Ah, beep, 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 beep. My parents warned me to never leave the safety of the forest. Food, friend, danger, no. And don't you go anywhere near those houses. I was a good nestling who always listened to their advice. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. After a long and happy childhood, I finally left the nest on my 16th day Call me. Whee! That summer and fall, I was free as a bird, learning to catch bugs and hang around the forest. But when winter came, a shocking thing happened. Cold flakes fell from the sky, a lot of them. It became way harder to find food in the forest. One snowy morning on my rounds, I spotted something strange near one of the houses. Wait, wasn't there something I was supposed to remember about houses? Anyway, I checked it out. And it was a vault of gold. And I stole from it. I know what you'll ask me next. How do you do it, chickadee? How does a criminal mastermind like you steal gold from a vault? Well, let me demonstrate. First, I scout the area, checking out my target from every angle. Then I swoop in for the prize and make my escape. One more successful snatch. I am the king of thieves. I have many secret hiding places in the forest where I keep my stolen treasures. Hundreds, really. But don't worry, I can remember every one. Between these twigs, here in this crack, here in a woodpecker's hole, under this leaf, under this branch, in my secret lair, in this crevice, in a hole, under the bark, here. Might think that life as a masked villain is exciting, glamorous even. Look out, little bird, hawk on the wing, chickadee-dee-dee, mama. Foiled again. Thank you, mysterious stranger. But really, it's just lonely. I know what you're wondering. How do you get away with it? How do you avoid justice, chickadee? Oh, let me show you again, this time in slow motion. I fly up to the vault and... Look! A chickadee! Oh, he's so cute. Ah, I've been spotted. Wait, cute? I'm not cute. I'm a rapscallion. An all-around bad seed. Yay, a bird finally found the feeder. Feeder? What's a feeder? I consult my underwing dictionary. Oh, that means feeder, a device used by humans to feed wild birds. That means I am not... Well, there's only one thing to do. Free food! Chickadee-dee-dee, chickadee-dee-dee. And so it turns out, I'm not a criminal after all. I'm not a rapscallion. I'm not even a bad seed. I'm just a little bird being a bird. But maybe I'll finally make a friend. Hi, I'm Chickadee, and I'm a good egg. Oh, hello, I'm Dee Dee, and I'm a spy. And it has these great facts about chickadees. Black-capped chickadees are tough, have interesting takes. They're like roadkill. Ooh. Have surprising brains. They're hiding foods called caching. They can remember hundreds of caches. Are excellent communicators. So great. And then here's two of the other books by the illustrator. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can go back to here. There we go. And see if I can go back. Find this. I have one other bird book. Oh, yeah, we have time. or one other bird book. Read with Libby. Yay. Yes. We're in the mood for birds. Yes. We'll do this one. So, the book is adorable. I love Orioles. Used to feed them. We don't get Orioles out here. We get lots of different kinds. We get stellar jays and scrub jays, or a kind of blue jay. We get eagles like crazy. We get pileated woodpeckers and flickers and all kinds of thrushes and all different kinds of other kind of stuff. And HOAs usually are a touch crazy. Fortunately, ours is not too bad, unless your lawn gets too long, and then they lose it. Yes, I'm glad you like it. Yes, more, please. They come in here. Is for the birds. They check my deck. Oh my gosh. And we have our hummingbirds that we have. We have an Anna's hummingbird that stays year round, even in the snow. And then we have a calliope hummingbird that come by. Calliope ones are really tiny, like really, really tiny. They're like maybe 1.5 inches tall. And the Anna's hummingbirds are a little bigger, but they're kind of fun. But they stick around year round. Anyway, I have one more book for you guys. Okay, so we'll do one more. Here we go. This is Cheerful Chick by Martha Brockenbrew and illustrated by Brian Wan. Cheerful Chick. Oh dear. Once inside a chicken's nest, a dozen eggs, all grade A best, lay still and warm, their contents sleeping, all but one, who came out peeping. This sunny chicken loved to cheer, though grown-ups groaned when she came near. She needs to understand we're busy, and her cheering makes us dizzy. Cheerful Chick worked day and night until at last her moves felt right. And then she hatched her lifelong dream to build a barnyard cheering team. She got her muscles good and warm. She did her moves with perfect form. Side splits, wing stands, super punches. Chicken shook her feathers bunches. Then, because her dream was big, she made her pitch to Mr. Pig. When I say 3, yell P-I-G. This fellow's jump's a treat to see. Mr. Pig, often grumpy, 'cause his slops were cold and lumpy, flicked his tail and said, "Shove off. I'm very busy at my trough." Chick shrugged her wings. "I bet Ms. Cow would like to do some cheering now." "Ms. Cow knows all the wildest moves. Just watch her stand on 2 front hooves." Ms. Cow just stood and blinked and chewed and said, "I'm so not in this mood." And so, without another peep, Chick went in search of Mr. Sheep. "Now, come on, farm gang, don't be drips. Let's count to 10 as Sheep does flips." But when she counted, Mr. Sheep did not do flips. He fell asleep. Poor Chicken hung her little head, her tiny heart filled up with dread. In the barn stood one last choice. She needed time to find her voice. Now snap your beak and stomp your feet, 'cause horses' high kicks can't be beat. Mrs. Horse just stared at Chick, who felt as though she might be sick. She touched her wings as if to pray, and Mrs. Horse responded, "Nay." Chick gave it everything she could, but nothing did her any good. She chucked her pom-poms into the trough, and then she ripped her sweater off, 'cause no one cared about her dream, and no one wanted her on her team. She whispered so that none would hear, "Who am I if I cannot cheer?" Chick sat and watched the full moon rise, and as she did, she realized she didn't need those other folk. Just wings and legs and lots of yolk. She gave herself one last routine, where every move was strong and clean. Then something happened as she cheered. A squad of fluffy friends appeared. Some cheerful chicks, 11 more. Not that she was keeping score. Chicks rule. Well, hey now, horse, pig, cow, and sheep. This farm is full of chicks that cheep. We're 2 chicks, 4 chicks, 6 a dozen. Watch us get this barnyard buzzin'. Since the grown-ups' work was done, they took part in the cheering fun. And cheerful Chick knew dreams come true when chicks do what they're born to do. Yay! I love. Did you see the curlers in the horse's hair? Look at the curlers in the horse's hair. That's too fun. But all these other guys have been watching her all along. Like, there's her curlers there. And these guys are up here on the top, all waiting to join. And they're all down here, reaching to get her sweatshirt back, her sweater back. I love it. Yes, that's great. There we go. I know, the rollers in the horse's mane. That had to be the best of all of it. Just hilarious. And where's this? Oh, don't be moving. Pull this back over here where in front of me. Yes. So that was my stories for tonight. It's all about the birds. Birds of a feather. Sometimes flock together, sometimes don't. But finding your flock, they don't all have to match. And they don't all have to fit the way we expect them to. And I am very fortunate that I have found one of my flocks right here at Story Hour with you guys. And it's so nice to be here to share these books with you guys and to get my bucket filled. And I hopefully filled your bucket a little bit. Hey, Tora! Nice! She made it. Tora, how you doing? I got Tora, and who was it that I said you were troublemakers on Flo's because you were her birthday party. We got a birthday party for Flo, one of our friends online, and Tora was there. It was Tora's idea to get it going, and that's so fun. But she's a very fun person. She's here tonight, which is yay, because Tora does a very early morning for us on the West Coast. East Coast, it's like, I think it's, Tora, what time is your live show in the morning? Is it like at 6 a.m. East Coast time on your channel? Is it like a praise and worship? show at that time in the morning. It's just, yeah. So I'm still sound asleep when Tora's on. So if Tora came in, I'll be catching the replay. Nice. Thanks, Tora. All right, you guys. That's it for stories and art tonight. Sunday night, we had some work sent in from Tamara, and you guys got to see my silly cats that I did, and then getting started on my Build-A-Bird, because that's kind of a project that's another kind of kids book I'm coming up with. And so don't be surprised if more birds show up. But tonight they, I kind of had to share these bird books with my flock, and that's you guys. So thank you so much for being here for each other, and for filling each other's bucket. Send your love and light to Miss Linda, please. And Tamara, take care down there, down under, in the wind. Get safe, stay safe, and we will be back. But it's 5:30 Central Time. Oh, Tuesday and Thursday. My goodness, girl. Yeah. So I will be back on Thursday with more stories. I've got a whole bunch checked out, so we got some good books. And until then, everybody, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's not always easy to find, but it's there. And sometimes it's harder to look than other times, but it's there. But one of the first places you can find that beauty is if you go look in your own mirror, and you'll see that beauty looking right back at you. So until next time, everybody, take care, and I'll see you for story and art. And don't forget, be creative every day.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by my side. We could be sharing